100 years. It just ran out in 2002, currently owned by the Canadian government. They put up a flagpole with a flag. I don't know if somebody stole the flag or what, but it was up there for like a week and a half, and all of a sudden it disappeared, and it hasn't got no sense. But nonetheless, there's some benches as well, and a dock on the other side. It's basically a wildlife reserve, and if you check into Canadian Customs, you can head there at any point, go onto the island, and just kind of hang out. Now to your right into the distance, you're going to see a red channel marker sitting on Grenadier Island. Now Grenadier Island gets its name from the Grenadier soldiers that fought in the 7 War. 7 Years' War, anyone from Europe. Seventh largest in the Thousand Island, 7 miles long, 1 mile wide at its largest points. Initially in the 20s and 30s, it had a couple dairy farms on it, as well as a convenience store. It was accessed year-round without a bridge, though. They had to take a boat during the summer months in order to get to this island. During the winter months, though, travel on the river is a little different. You're on fresh water, thus it all freezes over during the winter months. Well, about 99% of it does.
Huh?
So during the winter months, we can, walk on the ice. We can drive snowmobiles on it, four-wheelers, cars, trucks, if you'd like. But you certainly do want to wait until the end of January. Early February is a good time. The ice is usually thick enough by then without too much worry as to where you go. But you always do want to be cautious. I'm out here all the time during the month I'm home from school doing ice fishing. It's a pretty good time. You simply drill an 8-inch hole in diameter, a circular hole using an ice auger. And you kind of just, you get your hole, and then you can jig. Sometimes you'll jig to get the smaller fish out of the way, and then you'll throw your tip up in there. And you'll just wait for the flag to fly over, you pull it out, and you get your line and hope that you got a fish on the end of it. So we are out here quite often during the winter months. So you don't want to drive too early, because you could lose your car into the drink. You don't want to do that. You don't want to lose your car, because every day it sits at the bottom of the river. You actually have to pay a new pollution fine every single day. And then once the ice is thawed out, you have to rent 2 barges to come out here and pull your car out of the river. And then I can almost guarantee your car is not going to work. So with that, you've got quite a few bills, and I can almost guarantee again that your insurance company is not going to cover all of this. So it's very risky business coming out here on the river during the winter months in a car. But I found the best solution of all. When I come out here in a vehicle, I just ride with somebody else. I've got nothing to worry about at that point. On the right hand side, you're going to see this red channel marker sitting on Baby Tar. Behind that, you have Tar Island itself. The home on Tar Island is Totem Lodge. If you look to either side of the flagpole, you'll see totem poles. These are hand-carved totem poles by the Ketchikan Indians from Alaska. They gave it to the owner, Mr. Hewitt, for working on the Alaskan pipeline up there. I take it he was rather courteous, and they only give totem poles to people out of respect. But that's why he has them. Over here on the Canadian side, I'm typically asked about passports. It's nothing we're going to have to worry about. Passports are only needed if you go to a Canadian island, the mainland of Canada, or you weigh anchor in Canadian waters. We're not going to be doing that today, so we've got nothing to worry about. Now, a little later, though, in the 50s and 60s, Grenadier Island was used by the fishing guides. And we still have fishing guides today. When you call them up, they'll take you out for a day on the river. They take you to a premier spot where you're guaranteed to catch something, probably a fish, hopefully a fish. Sometimes a cold, and most often a buzz while you're out there. You're just kind of enjoying yourself while you're on the river. And then at the end of the day, they're going to take you to a state park or to their personal island and cook you dinner. And then they're going to bring you back wherever you were picked up. Now, a famous actress came up here one time, and she was out with a fishing guide, and when they got to cooking dinner, he realized he had forgot the salad dressing. So he threw some things together and put it on, and she really enjoyed it. She liked it so much, she gave the recipe to George Holt, and at that point, it was known as guy dressing. And he's used it over on Wellesley Island at some of his gals, over in Clayton as well. But then the St. Patriots that came up here were asking about it when they went back to the city, and he knew it was at that point in time that he needed to throw a patent on it. So he did, but he changed the name from Grind Dressing to Thousand Islands Dressing. That's where that comes from. On your right-hand side, you do have the mainland of Canada. This is Rockport, and basically what you see is what you get. There's not really anything on the other side. It's the two marinas, the boat line, the dive school, a couple of souvenir shops, the restaurant. That's basically it. It's known as Alex Bay's Sister Summer City. Sister City because it's on the opposite side of the river. And you're going to find that quite often if there's a village on one side of the river, typically one on the other side. And the reason is because at one point in our history, it was easier to go across the river